Bear Mode, a podcast review of The Bear, is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
Welcome back to the show, kids. You are tuned into Bear Mode, a podcast review of The Bear. I host so much stuff. I'm always afraid I'm going to say the wrong thing.
It was a moment.
I caught myself. It's fine. Everybody calm down. So thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for subscribing and downloading and all that fun stuff. We hope you're ready for episode number 4. And if you've been keeping track, hopefully you have, you know that episode 4 is the halfway point of season 1. That's right. It's gone by just like that. It may have gone by a little bit longer than that for us, but for you, it's been nothing. So we hope you've enjoyed the ride. And again, thanks for tagging along. Gentlemen, it's a big episode, and we have to address the 800-pound gorilla in the room wearing the hoodie and the glasses. The birthday boy is here.
Yeah.
So, Joe, happy birthday to you, my friend.
Thank you very much. It feels apt that in an episode that is celebrating a child's birthday, this child's birthday is also being celebrated.
I was going to say, it's Joe's birthday. We're having a little barbecue. We're cooking some hot dogs. We've made an ecto cooler. There's no drugs in it.
How many ecto coolers have you had so far, Joe?
Just the one.
Yeah.
Just the one.
This is an adult ecto cooler.
Well, we're just getting started, kids. Everybody should know that. So, yeah, again, thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Episode 4 is... I'll say this before we get started here today, guys. Episode 4 is not quite as chaotic as what we have come to know so far from this show. And I think, Jay, I warned you from the outset that there's going to be insane chaos, but this show does allow you to take a beat and just breathe occasionally. So this one did do that. There's a little bit of chaos, but it's not so much that you're choked by the end of it.
This was the first episode I've watched where I didn't feel like I was going to have an anxiety attack after.
That's fair. Since we're already starting here with you, Jay, let's start with you here. What's your thoughts coming into episode 4? What do you think about this one overall?
It definitely set the tone immediately that was going to be a lot more lighthearted than previous episodes. Obviously, with Richie fumbling with the giant hot dog trying to put a t-shirt on it, and then him and Carmen just having a play fight. But yeah, I feel like this is the episode where I'm starting to get Richie a bit. I found him quite endearing in this episode just because he was so funny.
Nice.
As opposed to just being a dickhead in the last 3.
Well, I think we did warn you that your opinions would begin changing at some point, but it's impressive that already by number 4, you're reforming your opinion on this character.
I'm sure I'll hate him again by the next episode.
More than likely, yeah. Joe, what do you think coming into this one?
This is one of my all-time favorite episodes because it's more character-driven. We find out how their world works. And also, it's legitimately got one of the funniest things I can imagine, drugging a load of children with Xanax at a party and no one realizing it. And everyone being fine with it as well. And I think it's that thing of the previous 3 episodes have been so intense and so heavily focused on this thing to just have even a moment of weird lightheartedness like this does feel like it's breathing space. It gives you time to decompress and think about it all. Also, you say you've come to grow Richie. What about Tina in this though?
I thought she was an arse at the start of the episode. I kind of feel like she's shown a little bit more depth by the end of it.
She had it all wrong all along.
So, Tasty, let's throw it to you now. Are you on board with what the guys are saying? I mean, of course, you have already seen the show before, so you already knew what to expect on the rewatch. But what's your overall thoughts coming into this one?
Yeah, I was really looking forward to getting back to this episode because again, the first time I watched it, I remember it being a highlight. I think it's what people would call a cozy episode. It's I mean, there's still a few big sort of quite emotional scenes, especially relating to Michael and talking about him and the sort of the void is still there, but it's more it's less people avoiding it and more people sort of coming around it. Coming around to it and sort of almost bonding over it. There's the scene, we'll get into it later, but the scenes with Cicero and Rick, and and Carmy, who went and they find common ground in the sort of shared experience of Michael's death, which is actually quite nice. Yeah, and there's also some really nice. I just want one thing I want to highlight, because this is not going to. Jay and Joe, you'll understand this. The start of this episode is very Marks and Spencer advert.
Yeah.
So
I get that. I can see that.
We've got it. So the start of the episode where Marcus is looking at the donuts getting made, and you see all like the icing and like the chocolate and the toppings. We have a supermarket over here in the UK called Marks and Spencer. It's quite posh. It's quite upmarket, and they run a series of adverts which is basically just their food in like slow motion. It's what you'd call like food porn.
To the tune of Albatross by which is a choice.
So it's all like sexy music, sexy shots of food up close, like real nice, and that gave me big M&S vibes.
This isn't just creme brulee. This is Cornish cream whipped into it. It's very Nigella-y. Again, it's not going to get either. But
no, I got that.
It's okay. Yeah, it's all sexification of it. But Marks and Spencer's is where old people go to shop. It's a confusing system. You only go to Marks and Spencer's. I only go to Marks and Spencer's when there's one in a train station and I need a sandwich.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, again, we're talking about food, and I hate to be a broken record, but I have not eaten since this morning because I'm an idiot. And there's a lot of delicious cake in this episode.
So this episode in particular, if you've got a sweet tooth and you're a bit hungry, this is a bad one for you.
It's a bad one. All my notes, I've got curse words in my notes, like "stop it, knock it off," So, well, kids, let's get to the point here, folks. Of everybody, of what you came here for today. Let's talk about episode 4 of season 1. This episode is entitled "Dogs," and the series isn't going to the dogs or nothing like that. It's just the name of the show. So the original air date, as we have noted before, all the episodes dropped on June 23rd, 2022. This one directed by Joanna Kalo, and this time the story written by Sophia Levitsky-Weitz. And again, as we said, 8 episodes in season 1. And just to catch you up, in case you're following along in real time, from episode 3, Carmy tried to impose order at the beef by introducing a strict French brigade system, assigning roles and handing out blue aprons. Richie mocked the change. Tina resisted. That's just to put it lightly. And Sydney found herself under pressure and even sabotage during prep. Meanwhile, Marcus was inspired by Carmy's fine dining past and started experimenting with pastries. And away from the chaos, Carmy leaned on Al-Anon and wrestled with grief for Michael, ending the day exhausted but determined to keep the kitchen moving forward. And as we go, kids, we will remind you of the cast members here and break it down for you scene by scene. This time, guys, the show does not start out with a dream or anything insanely chaotic. It's just 2 men and an inflatable hot dog in a parking lot.
Which I do have dreams like that.
Yes. And we don't want to leave out what we just previously mentioned as well, is that Marcus is staring in awe at the rows of donuts in a bakery window. Folks, you will gain a couple of pounds just watching this scene, I promise you.
Isn't that the dream sequence, though?
I thought that was real.
No, it's like because Marcus' dream is that he wants to start making donuts there.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, maybe so. Yeah,
I just looking through the window because
that's what I took it to.
I know that's what I do whenever I look in the donut shop windows. Dream about eating all of them.
Man,
if you go to the seaside, you can watch them make the donuts in that big machine that does it all for you with the conveyor belt and that.
Can you sit at the end like Homer?
I no, not for long.
No, they won't let you.
Abraham's got the best quote about donuts in this episode too, man. It's freaking wonderful. It's wonderful. Yeah, he's definitely got a passion for this. We've talked about it from episode 1, really. And just a spoiler alert, kids, you're going to see this continue to play out, not just in season 1, but beyond. So we don't want to ruin it for you, but I don't think that's too spoilery. But yeah, it's been brewing since the beginning. But I really wanted to get to this, 2 grown men and an inflatable hot dog. So they are loading up the car to cater the birthday party for Cicero's son. Richie's trying to put a T-shirt on a blow-up hot dog for promotion. And they come to blows, as 2 grown men would do over an inflatable hot dog.
That's him going, get it in the car. It won't fit.
Yes.
Why have you blown it up here?
Thing is, who are they promoting to? Because it's a family barbecue.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
Great point.
It's Richie's great idea, and he's going with it. That was the bit. And the best bit is when they pop it, I'll go and get the other one from. They've got two of these inflatable.
I'll get the spare one. Yeah.
It's Carmy's face when he goes, "I'll get the spare." He's just like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, it's a spare."
Carm's not having it because he reminds him that they're into Cicero for $300,000, and he talks about getting his legs broken. So Carmy has really embraced the gravity of this situation. Like Cicero is family, sort of, but also, as we've established, that guy's connected, which is scary at best, right? Like,
and then Richie's like, I'll knock him out. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, right. Okay, pal. Right. No problem. He mentions his associates and cohorts, and Carm's like, really? Name me one cohort. So good.
So much.
That's so good, man.
Does he go like Timmy or something? Because you don't know
Timothy,
anyone.
Yeah.
This episode really felt like an episode of It's Always Sunny to me.
Oh,
yeah,
I
I'll
like
give you that.
It was the same. It was the same energy.
It's got that chaotic energy all the way through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Carmy and Richie are just Mac and Charlie.
That's awesome. I didn't know. I would not have made that comparison, but that's really good. I love how when they start wrestling and they fall on the hot dog, the Tina just comes out and says "Good morning" and then goes back in as if everything's fine.
Another normal day in the car park of the beach.
They're at it again. They're fighting over the fucking hot dog again.
She's taking the bins out. And she's like, yeah, get back to work. Like, it's whatever.
It's great. One Fine Day by David Byrne and Brian Eno is playing during this montage. So it's really nice. We go inside the beef. It's not yet the Bear Kids. Stay tuned. But inside the beef, Marcus has prepared what looks like chocolate sin on a plate. Oh. It looks amazing. He takes a slice to Sydney and she loves it. And then
he makes a comment as well that he's not doing bread anymore because they're buying the bread in.
Oh, that's right. Well done.
Gives me more free time.
He's able to make dessert now, which is cool.
And we have the bit with Sydney and Tina. And Tina is like, she didn't basically tell her. She tells her to fuck off. And Sydney can't get her words out. She's trying. And she's cutting her off. She calls Carm Jeff, as she's done since episode 1. Instead of chef, says, I only answer to Jeff in the system. Sydney tries to explain herself, and Tina is incredibly aggressive. Jay, are you done with this character as we started episode 4? You're like, that's it, I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like that in the last couple of episodes, she felt like she's shown like little sort of glimmers of hope, but not like nothing completely redeemable. But I think by the end of this one, it reminded me a little bit of in Ted Lasso when like you see like Roy's when they're trying to win Roy over, and he's just like, and then there's that one little bit where he just warms to them, and it's like, all right, they've got him now. It felt like that very much with Tina in this episode.
Now, there's either a lie, an exaggeration, or a continuity error here, because Tina says to Sydney, I've been working in this kitchen since before you were born.
That's right.
I think it's just a generic term of...
Yeah. I think she's just saying, look, I'm older than you. I know
I think she's just trying to pull rank, yeah.
Yeah, but as we know from later on, that's not true.
That's not true at all. No, but I think it's more of a, like you say, just pulling rank of like, I was here before you. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Again, it's the system.
It's well done. Yeah. It's the system, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, though, I mean, you don't want to be like, but like, Sydney's complaint is, can you please bake these potatoes on a bed of salt? And it's like, well, that sounds a bit unnecessary, doesn't it? Sounds a bit fancy. Sounds a bit sort of...
If that's what they want, that's what they get. To be fair, the potatoes looked banging. Like they put too much liquid in it. They aren't all wet. But I don't know. Come on, wet mashed potatoes. But
it's more like a what does it call? Like a cream potato or like a sort of
like a fondant. Yeah, but
like a fondant. No. Yeah.
Over here we call those mashed potatoes.
Nah, it shouldn't be that wet.
Nah.
So a mashed potato in the UK has to like hold the weight of a pie.
Yeah.
Like okay, so you put your mash on the bite, and you put your pie on top, and the pie sits on top of the mash.
I do like thicker mashed.
Yeah, fluffy.
There's no way that those potatoes would be stood up to make a mountain in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Is what I'm saying.
You couldn't pour gravy in it and hope for it to hold.
If you poured gravy in it, it'd become a soup.
It would just become a soup. Yeah.
It would become a chowder. Yeah.
Chowder.
My mom would try making homemade mashed potatoes. You know what's funny? and my mom is not on the internet, so I'm not going to offend her. She would never know. But like my mom always cooked out of a box. She's a old Southern mom in North Carolina, and she always cooked out of a box, which is fine. But in terms of making stuff homemade, I'd be like, it's good, right?
Instant
Like
mash, was it? Instant mashed potato, like
no,
smashed,
she would make her own mashed potatoes by hand, but they
Right, 'cause
were
I was gonna
always
say-
too soupy all the time.
Instant
like-
mashed potato is the work of the devil.
We have them.
Tastes- Oh, they taste wrong. We used to get them
We
all the time
have
growing
them?
up. It's
Yeah, smash.
Yeah. Blech.
Yeah.
They peel them with their metal knives.
Saving time, baby. I'm just saying.
It's not.
It is. But between baking potatoes and doing all that other stuff, that's a lot of
You can
work,
boil
man.
Boil them up.
Boil-
Leave them
boil
steam
them,
dry. Mash them.
Boil them. Yeah, it's
Put them in a
yeah.
stew.
It's still
It's
too
just
much
going all
time.
Lord of the Rings this now, isn't it? Potato
3
chat.
minutes. 3 minutes. Potato chat. Welcome back to episode 4 of Potato Chat.
I'm King Edward.
That's good. So Richie and Carm are on the way to Cicero's, and Richie, we assume, is watching either TikTok or dumb YouTube videos. Carm just is not like. I don't think Carm's upset with him. He's just irritated.
I think it's
He's having
early
to
in the
clean up
morning. It's early in the morning, isn't it?
That's
like,
it.
You know, we've all had those shifts where you get in early and like your co-workers like going off on something and you just don't care. Like, just don't talk to me. We're working together all day. I just want to appreciate this moment of quiet and peace that we have now.
Before
That's
I go
fair.
to a
But I
screaming
do
children's party
really
all
want
day.
to see that video that Richie was watching. Though I really want to see it.
Right? Yeah.
So it's like basically it sounds like some kid tries to beat up a nerd and the nerd just like annihilates him.
I have seen
Yeah.
the one where the kid, like, he picks him up and like absolutely like power bombs this jock dude into the ground.
I've seen that. It's
and
outside,
it's-
I think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in like a covered walkway bit. In
Yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah,
still.
yeah.
Yeah, but absolutely just beats him into it. And everyone's like, ooh, yeah. But again, there's countless videos of that. But they're driving the wrong way anyway. Because Cicero's moved.
That's right. Yeah, that's
He
right.
now
Yep.
lives in Wilmette, which is the only
That's
thing I know is that where them two stalkers are from in Wayne's World. I'm from Cicero. I'm from Wilmette. Isn't it cool to be downtown? That's all the only frame of reference I have for that. But it's a real place.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Willamette also gives it's not that Willamette, but Willamette also gives its name to a variety of American hops for use in beer.
Oh.
No, I don't think it's that Willamette. I think it's like up in like the Pacific Northwest, doesn't it? But
There'll be a
yeah.
few.
It,
won't
it
there?
probably will be, yeah.
When they're talking, Carm can sense he's getting upset because he's complaining about Cicero and calling him the wrong name and everything, and calling him Rick, and he goes, "Look, just don't start anything." And Richie's like, "Don't worry, I'm not going to bring up shit." And then immediately cuts to them screaming.
Smash cut to them at the front door. With Carm just holding stuff.
He's just standing there like,
But the lines in
Just
that
waiting.
bit are tremendous. What is it? He says, oh, can you get me tickets to the Lion King? Oh, I'm Richie. And it's just like, you know they've had this argument 1,000 times before.
yes,
So this all seems to stem from like some sort of job that Cicero asked Richie to do,
I think
allegedly
he was a
asked Richie to do,
super of like a
that he didn't.
building.
that he didn't
Mm.
do.
Yeah.
And there was an overflowing toilet by the sounds of things, which he was he was supposed to take care of.
Mhm.
And there's a debate on whether or not Cicero called him and he didn't answer the phone, or Richie insists that he didn't call him, which we find out.
Also, pick up a phone and call someone. Also, we'll never know how she fell down those stairs.
that was awesome. Oh my god!
This scene was the one where I was like, "Oh, Richie's the fucking best." He's so
This is one of
So
those things.
good.
I'm so glad they didn't show like any of this happening, because in my head it will
It's-
never be as funny as it is
Yeah.
in my head.
and the fact as well, Cicero for the whole episode passive aggressively calls Richie anything but Richie.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he starts here, just keeps
Richards.
calling him Rich, and then he calls him Richard at the end, and you can just see Richie's like, "Fuck off, fuck off."
I
I
love
hate
it.
it when you call me Rick. I hate it when you don't answer your phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
we don't even know when this is from. This could be
No.
5 years old, this argument.
Couldn't-
Like,
or 10. We don't know.
they're just
right?
them sort of family-related people who will hold
I
a grudge
feel-
forever.
I feel like it's probably not that long based on something that happens later in the episode.
Yeah. But
Mm.
you know, this is like the most recent one
Oh.
of an ongoing series of
Yeah.
feuds they've had.
Yeah. Also, just off the bat, Oliver Platt is tremendous in this episode. He's like
tremendous
the
in the whole thing, but yeah, the bit where his kid's yelling at him, I had to rewind that because I was laughing so hard.
So good. Yeah. What's funny, when Carmy was setting up, this old man comes by and says, "Carm, I thought you killed yourself." And he's like,
"No, that was my brother.
It's my brother."
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
Off he goes. No condolences. No nothing.
God almighty. That really caught me off guard. I'd forgotten all about that. And Richie walks up. He's ranting about Cicero. Again, he complains to Cicero. He's like, you know what? He's not even Italian. He's Polish. Carm's like, you're not Italian either. Right? What are
I'm
we
more
talking
Italian
about?
than him. You
Right?
either are or you aren't. Like,
Yeah, right? There's no in between. It's like being a little pregnant, right? No, you're not.
he's called Richie Jemovich. He's clearly Polish or like, yeah.
I love the fact as well that he's gaffer taped the t-shirt onto the hot dog.
Yes. Oh, it's great.
Absolutely howling when I saw that.
Not well.
It's great.
Not like
Also,
not well.
Absolutely chaos.
So we get a bit of Chicago culture as well in the scene. So Richie hasn't brought any ketchup for the hot dogs.
That's right.
Because in Chicago, putting ketchup on a hot dog is a mortal sin.
Yep.
In Tom's house, putting ketchup on a hot dog is a mortal sin as well.
So I think
who's going to put ketchup on a hot dog? A kid, an asshole kid.
Yeah.
Ever the master of subtlety.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but a Chicago hot dog is like a spear of pickle, some relish, some tomato, like actual tomatoes, and onions, maybe.
You see Carmy make one later on.
Yeah.
Of the whole thing, and to be fair, looks nice.
Chicago hot dog, very good. Can confirm.
Any way to take away the taste of the hot dog, I guess.
Mustard is meant to go on hot dogs. Ketchup is not. I'm just saying. Like,
but unless you're like a 5-year-old kid, in which case you probably just want the red sugar paste to go on your hot dog.
I think I prefer tomato relish to ketchup, where it's got a bit of more consistency to it.
So that sets Carmy off on a search around Cicero's own house for some ketchup.
Right? Yeah, trying to find ketchup. He's also making a homemade ecto cooler, which brings up some Ghostbusters references.
Cousin,
Richie,
what's with all this gay ass fruit?
Is this a cultural American thing, an ecto cooler? Because it's not something that like resonates at all over here.
If it is, it's news to me. I didn't know that.
It's referenced a lot in the Goldbergs, so it must have been an 80s drink, like Ghostbusters, real Ghostbusters, that era.
It
must have been like an umbongo-y sort of.
I have had one. It does taste kind of like umbongo is for like the British people is the best way to describe it.
It's like a mixed fruit drink, basically.
It's kind of like high
tropical
C.
punch sort of thing.
Yeah, like high C over in America.
I think it's citrus based, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a citrus fruit punch. Delightful.
We did have the ecto cooler juice boxes and stuff commercially sold, but in terms of having someone make it, no, I've never had anything that was like.
Oh no, but I don't think you can get it anymore. I think it's a throwback thing because I think at one point he makes his own Sprite as well.
I think it was High C. Oh, you're bringing up a Mitch Hedberg joke where he's like, they say Sprite is lemon and lime, but I tried making it at home. There's a lot more to it than that.
Yes.
Anyway,
but no, as he walks away to get the ketchup, Richie just goes, "What's with all this gay ass fruit?" Like, it's fruit, mate. Like, stop it. Homemade Lecticooler, motherfucker.
Like, again, as we talked about in previous episodes, there is this like alternative mode to Richie when he's not in the restaurant, where he's a little bit more chill, he's a little bit less macho, but he can't turn it all the way down, can he? He's got to be like, oh, that's just fruit.
It's fruit.
Well, as soon as Carmy says on his note, the second he walks away, he's like, "Oh, that's pretty cool."
There is a little I can't remember if it's this scene or a little bit later. There's a little prickle of like a throwback to a previous episode and something that's going to call forward later. Carmy just sort of has a little moment of panic when he sees Richie pull a bottle of pills out.
This is it. Yep.
Oh, it's then as he's shopping the fruit to go into it. He goes, "What's that?" He goes, "Oh, I suffer from anxiety and stress." Dread.
Dread and anxiety.
You can't get medically signed off with dread.
The first thing Richie says when Carmy says like, "What the hell's going on with that?" He's like, "Oh, don't worry, it's prescription."
Yeah. But then he bites it in half. Do you want one? So he's still prepared. Like, do you want half? Like he's handing out ecstasy tablets.
Do you want half? Do you want half this with me later?
I think it's prescription in the way that he's got a friend who he like gives him.
Oh,
gives
he's
him
got a friend with a
it's
with
not
a
a real
stolen.
prescription.
Is that what Timothy's for? Is that why Timothy exists?
Yeah, one of his cohorts sorted him out with that.
His cohort, yeah.
Yeah, with a prescription pad that he swiped from a doctor's. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, there's someone's name on the bottle, but
It does actually say Richie's name on the bottle.
oh, does it?
Yeah.
Nice.
But he leaves it, doesn't he? Like next to the Ecto Cooler.
Sure, that'll be fine. So just for anyone who's not aware, this is Xanax. It's like it's a US branded anti-anxiety medication, isn't it? Like a sort of depressant sort of thing. So it chills you out.
Yes.
For sure. And I like how he looks at the Ecto Cooler and he says, "Rest in peace, Harold," which was a nod to Harold Ramis, the late great Harold Ramis. So that was nice. But I like how the camera, when it panned down, we saw the jug and the camera went, "By the way, guys, here's the bottle." And you're like, "Uh-oh, why did it show me the bottle?" Well, because later, holy shit. So yeah, back to what we said earlier. If you put ketchup on a hot dog, you don't deserve to walk around. You should be in a high chair eating strained peas. Just saying.
Telling you, chunky tomato relish.
Saying.
Fried onion. That's all you
Fried,
need.
it's got to be fried onion and mustard for me. But
but proper mustard, not that Frenchies mustard. That
No,
proper English mustard.
Yellow mustard, the way God intended.
So Tom, you've got IKEA over there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you go to IKEA? Do they have the cafe there when you're at the checkout?
The closest IKEA to me is in Charlotte. So Charlotte's an hour and some change from me. So I don't get down there too much for that.
So in the UK, anyway, they have like a little cafe next to when you finish buying your stuff, like, as you're
eventually managed to find your way out of the IKEA.
They do. It's like Costco. They do like a hot dog for like less than £1. Wow. So you just grab one on the way out because you it's a 10-minute walk back to your car, so you need sustenance.
Right.
You've been lost in soft furnishings for 3 days.
But they've got like a pale yellow, like Swedish style mustard that they put on the hot dogs there, and oh my lord, it's fantastic.
Oh wow.
Next time you find cause to go to IKEA, treat yourself.
I also bought some ketchup mustard, which is ketchup and mustard mixed together. It's quite nice. From Trackelments, a British company. We're not getting sponsored by them, but it's slightly tart.
Sponsor Joe.
Yeah, make it happen, Joe. Get on it.
I spend enough with them, so.
Back at the beef here, kids. Abraham is talking to Marcus, and this is where the great line, because Marcus has bought all these donuts. He's looking at them, and Abraham says, "One bite of a donut brings you joy, and 2 bites bring you sadness." Great quote.
It is.
Marcus says it was his favorite as a kid, but it wasn't just the taste. It was the bright colors, the texture, and everything, which he really gets into during the course of this episode. That's something else that kind of tells you guys that he's in this for real. Like, he's really exploring this mentally. Like, he's going other places down this journey of pastries and stuff.
Can we also appreciate like how much he probably spent on all these donuts as well? Because he's got like 2 full trays of donuts here.
He does.
Yeah, but I imagine they're from a little bakery around the corner. But they're again saying that they look fair.
Yeah, mate. They're in River North. That's like the trendiest part of Chicago. It's like going to Camden Town and buying pastries.
Oh no,
don't do that.
I can't afford it.
We meet Chester for the first time. This is Marcus's roommate, played by Carmen Christopher. He's brought a book of swatches, like he's an interior designer. Sydney walks up. Sydney's a little bothered that he's there, which she should be. It's her kitchen, not his. And she tries to.
Who are you? And he's like, "Oh, sorry. Everyone's fine with him being there. Like, he pops in all the time."
But at the same time, he's so incredibly awkward.
He's
so good.
Awkward.
He's brilliant in this. Because she goes to shake his hand. "Oh, hello," and he just gives her like a weird non-committal hug.
Yeah, he's so weird.
Like, he's a designer. What do you design? All of it.
All of it. And they're just like, "All right, cool." That's so good.
But then he immediately goes, "I'm going to go anyway because I have nothing else to say."
Yeah.
So another awkward hug, and
he said, "I don't want to smell like Italian food. I'm a designer or something
he's
like
I've
that."
got a meeting with a client and I don't want to smell like jardinier. Yeah.
He and the way he's Marcus's roommate, and he's dabbing him up and doing the bro handshake, and I'm like, "You're white. You could scale it down a little bit. Scale it down a little bit." You know what I mean? Some white people try way too hard.
I think that's the thing. It's because he's Marcus's roommate.
Yeah.
thinks it's okay. Like,
Right.
and Marcus is too polite to say, maybe don't do that. You are the whitest man in the world.
Yes, for sure.
Oh, I love him. The more we come across him over the years, the more he just becomes. He's up there with Fack in terms of just brilliance.
At the same time, this scene also shows like how into this Marcus is. Like, he couldn't have waited until he got home that night.
Oh, he's got a proper folder of Pantone color swatches. That's like all the colors in the world.
He's like, I need these today in work right now. I can't wait like at home at midnight to look at them. No, I need to look at them now. Like he's got the inspiration. It's hit him, and he's like, right, I'm in this now. I've got to sort this.
It's great. Yeah, it's really cool. He mentions doing a classic donut for the beef. He wants it to be perfect, like the plum that Carm told him about, which connects to a previous episode. She says, hey, if you're into it, I'm into it, which is really cool. Sydney checks on the guys at the sinks.
She says that, what is it? No, she says like, yeah, it's a really difficult process to do well, and
it's true.
Requires a lot of equipment. And he goes, yeah, but that's something I really want to do. And she's like, okay, then if we're doing it, we're doing it. Like, she's 100%. She can see the change in him.
Is this, or was it earlier where he gives her the taste of his cake?
Not yet.
It's earlier on. He gives her the cake.
He gives her a little taste, doesn't he? And she's like, "That's great." Yeah.
Well, she says, "Wow," and he's like, "Good, wow," and she's like, "Oh yeah, it's good, wow."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Really good. Oh, dude. Oh. Again, I'm trying to maintain and not go running away from this desk to find something to eat.
Boink Studios YouTube is the home of Bear Mode, a podcast review of The Bear, Tom Clark's Main Event, Tom Clark's 6M podcast, and Two Nations Under Ted, a Ted Lasso podcast. Subscribe to the channel for archives that date back to 2014, with new content being uploaded every week. And check out boinkstudios.com for links to every podcast platform, social media, special announcements, and a lot more. Bookmark the site today.
When she goes in to check on the guys at the sinks, Fac's in there, and she reminds him. I didn't catch what he said, but she reminds him he doesn't work there.
She comes in and goes, because I think it's Angel who's making family for everyone.
Making family.
And Fac goes, can I stay for family? And she goes, you don't work here, Fac. And he goes, oh. And it's every day they have that argument. You know they do.
But then he stays there for the donuts because he makes sure he's there for the donuts.
He's there for the cake later on because we get a great line of his as well. Yeah.
Abraham tells her that she says, you're giving Marcus a lot of confidence. Well done. Tina hears this. And Sydney catches her looking at her, and then she looks away real quick, which sows the seeds for something later. We've got "Help Me, Rhonda" by the Beach Boys playing through this entire bit here.
This is after Sydney and Tina have had the little running, isn't it? Well,
when she disrespects her, for sure. Yeah.
So like this, I feel like this is the first like bit where Tina's starting to like come around to Sydney, where she's obviously notices that. Still a bit like frosty towards her, but then like, yeah.
I think she just sees how like happy Marcus is in his job at the moment, and she's like, maybe if I'm not such a horrible cow, I could have a bit of that as well. You know, I think she's starting to realize, hang on, respect's a two-way street here. I've got to.
I think the main thing with Tina is that she thinks that Sydney's constantly trying to undermine her, whereas Sydney's trying to help her.
Obviously this resolves itself at the end of the episode. So
so I think that's the specific.
It's all insecurity, isn't it? It's all
it's all.
Because she said like last time a woman with a clipboard, you know.
Never trust a woman with a clipboard.
But she's still not quite. She thinks, she's coming for my job, or she's going to find somebody to oust me, or she's going to find somebody to make me redundant, or like make me not needed, or something like that.
There's the bit where she's like, she's cutting the potatoes, and she's got like the kitchen towel in her hand, and Sydney like stops and goes, "Yeah, don't do that." And she's like, "No, I'm fine." She's like, "No, but it's like a health and safety thing. We don't want you to do that."
You can't do
dirty dishcloth.
Yeah,
that's gross. Like, use the fucking knife. Like, don't use the dirty towel.
No kidding. Marcus is sketching donuts during this bit too, which is really cool. That's how committed he is to this. So we go to the party. Richie is having a smoke. The camera cuts back and forth, kids, so bear with us. Richie's having a smoke, and we see the partially inflated hot dog behind him, which is cool. You could tell he tried to patch it. Back at the beef, Fack is talking to Marcus about the donuts. He tells Fack that he hasn't made any. He's thinking about the texture. Fack tells a story about going to Grandma's house and the cushion on top of the toilet.
Well,
he's got the donut like this.
So no, but he's squishing it. And I think he's misunderstood like texture of like mouthfeel as opposed to just rubbing it on your
how it feels when you crush it in your hand.
Yeah.
But no,
he's
it's
like,
that
the texture of this is great as he like squishes it in his fist. And it's just like
it's the thing that old people have when they have like them padded toilet seats on, and it smells like what was it? It smells like potpourri, but also
Potpourri.
like grandma.
Also like grandma. That's wonderful.
He only gets 4 lines in this episode, but they all are great.
They're great.
Yeah.
The party is chaos. We knew we'd get some chaos at some point. We didn't say the episode was completely chaos-free, kids. The people at the party aren't awesome. One of the guys asked Carm after he finds out he works in a restaurant what it feels like to be a loser. I'm like, you kind of suck, dude. What the hell is wrong with you? Right?
I think all Cicero's kids' parents are giant assholes.
Yes,
they're all so. I don't think they're actual friends. They're like business associates.
Yeah,
and they'll have known Richie coming up and Carm coming up.
Well, they're all just grafters, aren't they?
I'm busting your balls, but it's like
these are guys who within 5 minutes of meeting you will ask you what your salary is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
One nice thing is obviously Pete shows up and instantly is like, no, you don't understand. He worked in like the best restaurant in the world, like he was like literally the best restaurant in the world. Like people write about that, and
that shuts everyone up. But then Pete kind of walks it back and well, according to Eater.
According to Eater.
Also, what are you wearing? It's like a sleeveless. Like I don't know what it is. It's like a Gillette, but it's weird.
It's like the whitest dad costume you could find.
Yeah, it's got like a button-up shirt underneath it. Yeah, but also this training top with no sleeves.
And like Cicero hates Pete.
Oh my god, he hates him.
Everyone fucking hates Pete.
I love Pete, and Pete knows everyone hates him.
Oh, Pete's brilliant, but Cicero's like instantly like he's gonna call the cops on us.
Well, this is their bonding.
Richie and Cicero bond over their like shared hatred of Pete, which is
that's wonderful.
I forgot.
Yeah, because Sugar's not there because she's working, right? And it turns out that's a lie. She just doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
So I think there's an implication, isn't it, that like maybe not all of Cicero's business investments are on the level.
Yeah.
And he might be a little concerned that Pete is a bit of a Boy Scout who might like report something to someone.
Well, he tells him because Richie's at the table and he comes in. He's like, I'm not here to fight. I just got to get some quiet. And they're complaining about Pete. Cicero says, he always looks like he's about to call the cops on us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh no,
like a fucking narc.
Cicero has had dealings because like otherwise Carmy wouldn't be like he might break my legs. Like normal businessmen don't do that.
No.
Like,
yeah.
I'm assuming he's laundered money for people and stuff. Like
yeah.
There's that bit as well where like during that bit where the fella comes to the table and they both stop talking, and then he's just like Richard, and then Cicero's like looks at Richie as if to say, "Oh, you hate that even more than Rick."
It's great. He's like, "Yeah, man, how's it going?" He's barely talking to him. Phil was the guy's name.
Yeah, he just comes up, picks a hot dog up, and then bye, and just goes. He's just Richie doesn't like anyone.
And then we get the resolution to the argument.
Yes.
Did Richie answer the phone, or did Richie not pick up the phone?
This got heavy, right?
Yes.
This got heavy.
Well, and then this is like so. We've talked about this. I mean, every episode has like these like I wouldn't say they're more important scenes, but these scenes that are like sort of key, like development of character scenes. And I think this is one of them here, where like Cicero's like, oh yeah, he reads the text back from his friend, tenant, whatever, saying the water's running, blah blah blah. I called Rick. Again, even so, Cicero not only calls Richie Rick, he's also told other people to call him that he's called Rick, which is great. And then he reads the number out that the person said that they rang, and Richie's like, "No, that ain't my number. My number's 312." Which Jay, a little fun for you'll know this. 312 is an important Chicago number. It's an area code for Chicago, and it's also the name of a beer made by a local Chicago brewery, Goose Island.
It is.
Well done.
So a little Chicago law for you there. But then he says, no, that's not my number. My number's 312.
No
That's
one
Michael's
looks at
number
digits anymore. That's Michael's number.
That's what makes me think though, like this is quite recent because
Well, presumably the reason no one picked up was because Michael's dead, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that's why it makes me think, okay, that mustn't have been that long ago, like presumably in the last like 6 months because of that. But yeah,
and then they have this like sort of pregnant pause where they both sort of like
realize
they both sort of just acknowledge again. It just sort of hits, like sort of like re-hits them. Oh shit, yeah, Michael's dead. And they have that little moment of like sort of trauma bonding almost, which is really nice to see.
Yeah, I really like the way, because obviously I am watching it like in real time. I like the way that it doesn't kind of like put all its cards on the table in one go. Like it kind of like drip feeds you things like this, where you see how they're kind of those characters are dealing with it. Obviously, you're learning more and more about like what's actually happened to Michael.
So again, without going into spoilers, Jay, that's like a big thing over the first, I'd say even the first 2 seasons, even like into season 3, is it does just like very slowly sort of feed you information about Michael, and you never see the full picture. And I think that's done quite intentionally to like sort of keep a bit of mystique about him. But it's really great the way, like you say, the way they do that. And I don't know, also, as someone who's watching it for the first time, does that sort of string you along a bit more, make you more like inclined to want to watch more, to find out more? Or
yeah, so it reminds me quite a lot of the way Sons of Anarchy did it with Jax's dad, where you'd find out bits about him throughout the show, and then like you kind of got like the last sort of like pieces of the puzzle like going into the final season, and it kind of like feels like that. Like I feel like with what you're saying about they never fully reveal everything. I feel like they will eventually reveal that, but it'll probably be near the ending of the show.
But what it does well, it makes like every time you get, because I don't think it's happened yet. We haven't had any flashbacks yet, have we? To
no,
Michael?
Not yet.
But every time you get one, it feels like a really big deal, and it feels like you're seeing something that's really quite precious and quite sort of like fragile and quite sort of really important, which I think is really good. Also,
but I also feel that it's a thing of none of them have spoken about it, so no one knows all the information, so they're piecing it together at the same time as well.
No, even like maybe at the funeral, no one's ever sat down with a load, like you say, with everyone and just gone and talked it through like that. Again, we've talked about this. That's the whole theme of the first season, is that the people aren't dealing with the trauma here. People aren't dealing with the black hole that this has caused in this sort of in this group of people. Shout out, Jay, lovely Sons of Anarchy reference. I just want to say, it's a little off topic. Watched Gladiator last night, and that has a very young Tommy Flanagan in it. If you remember.
It does.
And I don't like young, long-haired Tommy Flanagan.
Do you remember a show called Ultimate Force, which also has Tommy Flanagan and even younger Tommy Flanagan?
Welcome back to Tommy Flanagan mode.
And also to bring it round to another thing we keep talking about, he's in Smoking Aces as well, isn't he?
He is in Smoking Aces. Oh, what a film that is!
Greatest film ever.
When's the 6M on Smoking Aces, Tom?
When are we doing the 6M on Smoking Aces?
I'm ready. I'm ready anytime, baby. 6M's open for business.
Let's book that in after this.
Absolutely.
Not Smoking Aces 2, though. Never Smoking Aces 2.
Never? Oh,
it's a terrible film.
I like how this scene ends with Cicero just says, "That kid, man," and Richie just goes, "That kid," and they just cut from that because they're still not dealing with it. They're not talking about it.
But they're almost sort of like you say, they're almost sort of like that sort of pregnant silence. That's sort of like the weight that's in that scene is just like sort of the sort of joint acknowledgement of it, which actually manages to sort of paper over that horrible argument they were having before.
I think that's the thing, though. Like a lot of like these characters feel as if they're kind of approaching the grief in different ways. Like it feels like Cicero and Richie are both sort of like just burying their head in the sand, and then when they both kind of have that sort of like hitting the moment and like the needle drop moment, it's like oh yeah, okay.
Well, Cicero and Richie, they're both very proud guys, aren't they? They're both very sort of masculine, alpha, businessmen, got to be successful, got to be this, can't be shown to be weak or upset or sad, or God forbid they ever cry, you know.
Both definitely Italian.
Yeah.
Polish. Yeah, he's Polish. Yeah, for sure. And yeah. So
we've got a little bit. Well, the bit coming up here is with the ecto cooler where we get the realization. But before that, we get Tina taking potatoes out of the oven. This was the part you guys mentioned earlier. Sydney's trying to help. She's still not having it. Marcus is working on a cake, and he is completely in the zone. You can't talk to this guy. He is in the zone at this point into what he's doing. But back at the party, Cicero is telling a story. They're all laughing, and Pete walks up, and it's immediate buzzkill. This poor guy.
So again, it's like another jump cut to like Carmy, Richie, and Cicero of like it's like the ice has been broken now. It's like
he's back together. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they're just reminiscing now on the good times, aren't they? They're just like they're lost in like
both of them in different ambulances going somewhere, and it's one of them stories that you hold in court in a pub, innit? And like it's one, but they're laughing and joking, and then Pete shows up and it shuts down immediately, and he's like
immediately.
Ecto cooler, Ghostbuster, and he's trying his hardest, and he's not.
And he's doing the little proton pack thing.
It's the fat Cicero just shakes his head and walks off as well.
Yeah, he left. Yeah,
fuck this guy.
He makes a comment like, so Pete wasn't invited. He just like dropped the gift off and didn't leave.
And now I've got this fucker in my house.
Yeah, he's flaky and
he hasn't got a
weird.
kid at the party. Like he doesn't need to be there.
Oh, it's great. He's great. I love that we get the shot. Suddenly the camera looks and the kids are passed out on the grass.
Yeah. It's not normal.
So it must be nap time. And they just go back to talking. You guys realize during the course of this, chaos in the background. And then little by slowly, the noise just starts disappearing because everyone's passing out. And you're like...
The bit where all the kids are opening up Cicero's kids' presents.
Yes. Yeah, these kids are wild. Like,
and Cicero screams to his wife, "Can you get in here? Because this is fucking horrible."
It's great.
And he's shouting at the kids like, "You're not supposed to open other people's stuff. What's wrong with you?"
But they're all just
yeah.
They're on homemade ecto coolers and no ketchup. Yeah.
I did that as a 6 or 7 year old one year at my aunt's house in another town. I decided to go in before everybody else and open up the presents from underneath the tree and just open everybody's presents. And for 10 years of my stupid life, I had to hear this story. And at some point, I'm like, it stopped being funny 8 years ago, everybody. I was this big. Why are we still talking about this?
Because it's
all
on.
The shit that happened in my family 20 years ago that people still get ripped for. Like,
Right? Oh,
yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
It just brought back bad memories. God, now I'm like, don't talk to me, right? Pete is awesome because in the midst of this, Carm's not having it. Carm's not even having it, trying to talk to him. He's like, Pete just sounds like a good dude for real. He puts over Carm for pursuing his dream. He says Sugar's proud of him too. He's like, yeah. And he's like, yeah. And he said, Sugar's pissed at you too. And he's like, I owe her a call. And Pete says, you owe her like 50 calls. I'm like, bravo. I love this guy. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, I just remembered as well something else that Cicero does to fuck with Richie, where he comes over and he just puts a bottle of ketchup down on the table. It's like, you looks like you're running low on ketchup there.
Oh, it's good. Well, we know that Carm has been avoiding his sister because he's, again, no one's dealing with any of this. But yeah, that's when we realized that Richie's empty Xanax bottle was in the punch. Carm says, you notice when Carm tells Cicero, he goes, we accidentally spilled it.
Yeah. Well,
we did it.
What's funny as well is the way they set it up. So they keep showing the kids like lying, like it's really sinister the way they're like lying on the floor. Again, this is why it reminds me like
Jonestown, yeah.
This is why it reminds me of like an It's Always Sunny episode because it's really darkly funny.
Well, Carm leads with "Please don't kill me."
Right.
Yeah. It's when Pete's talking, he's like, I'm getting tired. Is that normal?
Yeah. Oh, and you can see it's affecting him.
Yeah, his eyes are going. You start to slur his words a bit. And he's like, I have to go and sit down.
But then Cicero's just like, oh no, I actually quite like this. It's nice and quiet. And he's like, they're not dead, are they?
That's the thing as well. Like, that shows you that Cicero's like a really fucking dodgy guy. The fact he's like, oh yeah, you've drugged the kids. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, they're not dead.
Yeah, to be fair, if you offered anybody who was hosting a kid's birthday party like 2 hours of the kids all being asleep, they'd grab that with both hands, I think.
Cicero says, are they fucking dead? Comes out, I think they're just sleeping. I'm kind of into it. Keep up the good work of killing it. Just walks off.
I love how Carm's like, I think they're asleep. I don't
Yeah,
think
right?
No one's
Right?
been to check. It's just kids laying in twisted piles on the floor.
You know, during my
Like,
first,
cake all up their arm.
during the original run, when I first watched this episode, I thought, this is FX. Is this show going to get dark? Like, is it getting dark? And I didn't know. Like,
Not in that way, but yes.
right? Yeah. Back at the restaurant, Tina realizes she's fucked up and overcooked the sauce. She dumps it out. And when she comes back, there's already a new pot going on the stove.
Yeah, so she's having trouble with potatoes. She can't. I think
Can't
maybe
get
she's
through the ricer.
Sydney said something about not having the heat too high
That's right.
earlier. So maybe she's over roasted the potatoes, so they're real tough. So she's like real struggling to rice them, and then she's boiled the milk, which is you don't boil your milk. So she and then she just dumps. Angel's just there doing the dishes, and she just throws a pot of milk in the sink.
Pan of boiling hot milk.
So, this is a callback to the previous episode or the one before, where Tina's done that to Sydney.
What turned it up? Yeah, but
Yeah, so Sydney's done, and also moving a pot with like a stuffing, like hiding the pot. So
yeah, but I think
it's basically
because she took her eye off the ball. She's that busy. Tina's that busy focusing on other things that she's not doing her job properly. And...
It feels like Sydney's almost giving her a taste of her own medicine, but in like a not in a malicious way, in a way that to kind of go, look, you've done this to me. It's a two-way street. We need to work as a team, sort of thing.
So no, you're not reading this as like Sydney turned the heater boy.
No,
No.
I thought she moved she switched the pans on.
No. So the way I read it is just Tina just was too big. Tina's just fucked up. Like she's
overcooked the potatoes. She can't get through things. She's not looking at that
because she was spending longer and more effort trying to put roast potatoes. She wasn't watching the milk, and milk's caught. So actually, it's what Sydney's done is the reverse of what Tina's done. So Sydney got fucked up by Tina fucking with her stuff, but what Sydney's then done is fixed it for Tina.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I haven't got time.
That's what
I haven't got time to mess about.
Yeah, she's refreshed the pan, and then she sort of brush it off. She's like, Tina's like, "What'd you do that for?" And instead of Sydney going, "No, it's the nice thing to do," she's like, "Oh no, because we can't afford to fall behind."
That's great.
So she sort of like shows her that she's helping, but she doesn't outwardly say it. There's still that little bit of little wall that she can't quite break down.
She's establishing that like there's obviously they're a team at the end of the day. Like if one person's struggling and you're able to like take yourself away from your area and help, you do, don't you?
Yeah.
When working in like a bar or like a restaurant, like someone's got a big drinks order and you're not serving anyone. There's no one waiting to be served. You jump on and you do half the order, don't you? So it's like same sort of like premise.
Same thing. And Sydney goes, "You're welcome, chef," because of course Tina doesn't thank her for any of this. And Cicero's Carm sees a pic of Cicero and Carm's dad. It took me a half second. I'm like, who is? Oh, it's his dad. Like it took me a half second to realize who was in the picture with him.
Well, they don't ever explicitly say it. It's just obviously heavily implied.
Yeah.
But there's a great bit while Carm's sweeping the table and they're talking at this. If you look at the dining room table, there's just a load of passed out kids at that table as well. Like
It's
they're
so
just all over the house, just dropped.
It's one of them, and like we won't phone their parents until like the very last second to go get their kids because I fucking hope they wake up first.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, they got tired. That's all that happened. Yeah. They played too hard.
They were running around all day. Yeah, they just knackered. Yeah.
He asked Carm if he said, "Do you miss him?" He's like, "I didn't know him enough to miss him." Cicero's like, "I miss him sometimes. You know, we were close in age, same kind of problems, a lot to talk about." Carm asked him when was the last time it was he talked to him. He said about 20 years ago they had a falling out. He insisted on doing dumb shit all the time. He wanted to be a broker, then a defensive coordinator, then a restaurateur. And he says he really stuck your mom with that place. And Carm says, "I like it there." And it's probably why, he wants to fix it. And he's like, he knows Cicero still wants to buy it, but Cicero doesn't feel like he's pushing that right now.
But he does say to him, though, "Look, there's a chance you might not be able to do this."
That's right. Yeah.
Even Cicero can like again. There's this theme, isn't it, that's come back around of this restaurant being like a millstone around people's necks, and he's like, Cicero's like, "Look, this might be real hard, and you might not be able to do it."
So is that him establishing that it was his dad that found it, not Michael?
Yeah,
Yep.
The restaurant was a family restaurant.
Yeah,
Michael,
so Michael inherited it.
his dad just did a fucking runner basically at one point, and Michael.
Right.
So it's got the beef has got this legacy of basically just being like thrust upon people when other people just abandon it for one reason or another.
Okay. And with that as well, like, so he, Cicero mentions I've not spoken to him for 20 years, but they kind of allude that he might still be alive.
Oh yeah,
Right.
he is. Yeah, he absolutely is. Yeah, he basically just did a runner. Like he was just a fly by night, wasn't he? His dad. He was a bit of a bum.
Okay.
Because I think don't Sugar and Carmy speak about him at one point, or they say something about how he was shit basically or something like that. And there's something in there.
Maybe, yeah. When Cicero tells him about the dream's interesting. He's like, me and your dad were in an SUV going really fast. The little kid runs out in the road, and they stop just in time to not hit the kid. But Carm's dad goes through the windshield, but never lands.
He wasn't wearing a seatbelt. He wouldn't wear a seatbelt.
Right? So, like, he just never lands. And
what did the kid do? No, he just waved at him as he flew away.
Just waved at him. Yeah.
I don't quite know what that's alluding to. Is it something to do with? Is it something to do with Carm's dad abandoning his family? Is it something to do with him fleeing responsibilities? Is it something to do with? Yeah, there's probably something about that in there, isn't there?
But the thing is, with him going through the windscreen would imply it's damaged him, and that's why he has to go. Which is why I think that the beef itself is a cursed place, because nothing good comes from being there. I don't know. I've read books on interpreting dreams, and it's all nonsense.
Well, because what the interpretation may mean for you may not mean to the other guy that they had the same dream. It could be two different interpretations, right?
No, yeah. If your teeth are falling out, that means you're anxious about something. Well, obviously, my teeth are falling out. Yeah.
But I took it as because it's a child that causes the incident in the dream. So is this like a sort of he wasn't able to be a father? Because again, he says he left when Carmy was really young, so he never really was a dad to him. Did he just like see the family and was like, this is too much off it? Because he sounds like a bit of a wheeler dealer, doesn't he? A bit of a rogue, you know.
There'll be another family somewhere now. Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
He probably wasn't quite ready, was he? Because this was like 30 years ago, and
it's true. Which, by the way, kids, we ain't making excuses. That's if you man up out there.
Step up if you're a dad. Yeah.
Right. Jesus, man up. Jeez. At the beef, Tina's tasting her potatoes, and she is not happy. She takes them to Sid, and she's like, go ahead, get over with, tell me they're shit. Sid tastes them, and she's like, the face she's making, it's like, oh, they're great.
Well, she doesn't. She goes, they're fine. All right, move on to the next thing. We've got other stuff to do.
I thought it was great. I thought she reacted like, oh, these are good. You know what I mean?
Potatoes. But no, I think it was more the fact of just like, I've read it as more of a off the cuff. Yeah, they're fine. Like, that's what you should be doing.
She says, thanks.
Why has it took you so long?
I don't know. I think, like, I feel like
there is positive reinforcement here. So Sydney,
that's 100% what it is.
She's like, oh no, yeah, they're good.
But I'm not going to pat you on the back for it.
But Tina's almost like in shock because she's going there expecting an argument.
Yeah,
and like she's like,
Tina's expecting it to say the shit, do them again. And when Sydney's like, no, they're good, they're great, they're what they need to be.
They're potatoes. You've done your job. Well
but
done.
again, what we're seeing now with Sydney to Tina is what we saw a few episodes ago with Carmy to Marcus and Sydney to Marcus. It's like just giving someone that little bit of confidence, that little bit of like positive reassurance. Like Tina's, like you say, she's been on a knife edge this entire time. She's been really insecure. She's been like really scared about her job. She probably had like some self-confidence issues. She probably doesn't think that she's good enough to step up in this way. And then all of a sudden, Sydney's gone, oh, no, you've nailed that. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. And then she's like, oh shit, maybe I'm not in danger here. Maybe I do belong here. Maybe, I can make this work.
And suddenly, out of the blue, she turns to Sid and says, thank you, chef. Like she corrects herself.
But it's when she walks back and it goes from scowly face to a slight smile. And I'm like, there you go. She's on board. They've got her.
Jay, did you feel like she was turning the corner here, or maybe the beginning of it?
Yeah, I think because obviously she was stressed out about like everything. You could see like she needed help and was too stubborn to ask, and then that little olive branch from Sydney earlier, and then the positive reinforcement. I think that's exactly what she needed to just kind of like get on board with everything. And you can see as well later on when they do the family meal, like it ends on her, obviously by design, because you can see she's kind of reflecting on that as well.
Yeah.
Before we get to the family meal, can we all just reflect as well? Is it a coincidence that without Richie and Carmy here, everything's so much more harmonious?
I think there's a point to be made with that.
Well, meanwhile, Richie and Carmy are at a kid's birthday party drugging the children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chaos follows those two when they're together, man. It's not just
It's
Richie.
almost like it's Richie and Carmy that are the issue.
You said it. I mean, how else can you?
Mainly Richie.
Mainly Richie. Marcus is still working on his cake, and it looks amazing. And thank God this freaking show's almost over, because, dude.
That camera cut they do, where it's like they start with like the flecks of, like, it looks like flecks of gold falling
Yes.
from them, and then it turns into the orange zest as he's like zest. Oh, that's so well done.
Well, they did it with the donuts at the start. They did it with like
They did.
hot metal being poured into donuts, and I was like, God, I'm hungry.
Right? Jesus. H. Cicero thanks Carmen and Richie, tells him nice work. Cicero hugs Carm, but then he just puts out his hand for Richie. He says, Richard. Goes to shake his hand.
You got $2,000 knocked off your debt, so that leaves us now what? Like, and he's like, and $50 for shipping.
Yeah, right. 298.5, I think he said. Yeah. They see Pete on the couch, and Cicero says,
"Oh, what is it? Do you want to see something disgusting?"
He says, it's just so mysterious to me. He's sleeping just like a baby, and I just want to beat the living fucking crap out of him. And Richie's like, yeah, like he is agreeing with him. That poor Pete, man. I swear to God.
I love the fact that Cicero's done that to both like laugh at him, but also like say, "Get him out my fucking house."
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think he asks, but there's a heavy implication that they should.
I mean,
it's your responsibility.
He's basically said he's going to beat him up if he doesn't leave his house.
So good. Carm's driving with Richie, and Pete's laying on Richie's shoulder. He thanks you. Thank you for letting me be part of this family.
And Richie's just furious.
He's so angry.
Yeah. Shows him away.
Again, Pete's just such a sweet guy, isn't he? Like you say, he just wants to be like part of the gang. He
He's
just wants to be like involved.
But he's not grown up in that world, I don't think. He's grown up in a...
No.
He's been to college. He was in a fraternity. That sort of thing. He's into sailing, probably. Like, that sort of person.
He's been the regatta.
Yeah. Whereas
Pete was...
all Richie and Carmy's friends are scumbags off the streets.
Pete was raised by two loving parents who are still together, and no one ever yelled in his home.
Yeah.
You can tell.
They go to Aspen for the holidays.
2 skiing holidays a year, yeah.
Yes, for sure. Back at the beef, Carmen and Richie have returned, and Marcus brings in his cake. They all taste it. Fat comes in. He's like, we all get cake because we're best friends, which is a great line.
Cake and ice cream.
And ice cream. You notice that Fat has ate all his cake first, and then he's dogging the ice cream at the end of it. Yeah. Carm he takes a bite and looks at he's Marcus. And that's all he does, and he points back at him because he knows what that means. So Marcus is doing great work.
That looked like delicious cake, to be fair.
Right?
Again, just that fact line of we all get cake because we're best friends. I was like, he's so good.
We don't get a lot of fact in this episode, like you said, Joe, but what we get is just pure gold.
Yeah. He's just always there, like doing this.
Yeah.
Like next to people.
Just hanging around.
He
doesn't know what to do with his hands.
He maximizes his minutes, doesn't he? He really does.
Oh, 100%.
He maximizes his minutes. There's a pro wrestler term for you, kids. That's well done. Yeah, Tina takes in the breath, Jay, as you mentioned earlier, and that's how we end. Check It Out by John Mellencamp is playing us out. So there you have it, kids. There is episode 4. That's what we got for you. And man, that was, again, guys, as we started off here today, with this show, you need moments of let me up, let me breathe. I got to catch my breath. This episode, I don't remember what happens in number 5, but I'll bet number 5 is balls to the wall again, if I had to guess. But I can't remember, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's a stressful one, 5.
Is it?
I was going to say, I fully expect more white hairs in my beard after number 5.
Well, I had none of this till we started, and then
again, it's the Ted Lasso thing of though. There were emotionally heavy episodes, and then there was just silly nonsense episodes, and it can't rain all the time on you.
It's like with Ted Lasso, the way you've got the Man City episode followed by Beard's Night Out, because you need some fucking relief from that like bombshell that dropped on you.
Big time. Yeah.
You need
well
some
done.
antics to break that up.
Yeah, well done. There you have it, kids. Episode 4, Dogs, is in the can and ready to go. And we're going to be moving on to episode 5 after this, and in the home stretch of season 1. And I'm not looking forward to the season ending, but I'm anticipating us moving through the series and doing the work that we do on this end. And hopefully, you guys and gals out there are enjoying the ride. And again, thank you as always for listening and watching and all that good stuff. Before we get out of here, Tasty, let's start with you this time. What's your final thoughts on this episode?
I mean, yeah, I think as we said, it's a bit of a breather of an episode. A little, there's no like immediate crisis going on here, except for maybe killing some kids, but. But we still get some real nice little. Like again, I think we've said a lot. The show sort of really sings when it does the quiet little character moments, and we have a few here with Cicero and Richie, and then later with Cicero and Carmy, which I think is a real pivotal scene when they talk about Carmy's dad and the sort of the legacy of the beef and like that sort of the weight that it's put on the family. Yeah, it's really, really. I said at the start of the show, this was the one I was looking forward to, and yeah, it's one of my favorite episodes. This one, yeah.
Joe, what do you got?
Yeah, it wasn't until Jay pointed it out, but this is, the B plot of this episode is, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia plot. Because it's just hijinks. But again, it's those bits of finding out little bits more information, finding out a bit more about Cicero, but also I just legitimately think it's one of the, for a program that has its funny moments in it, but it's more of a drama comedy, this one is just fun. Because it's just, no one's screaming at each other. And you get, oh yeah, we are mates, we are brothers, well, cousins. Well, not even cousins. But you get those things of, why these people are friends. Like, and you forget that. So far, I wouldn't know why Richie and Carmy were friends. Because they clearly hate each other. But with this, you've got all this shared history. And you need those moments in it. It's back to normal next week.
Yeah. Yeah. We tried to warn everybody. Hills and troughs. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, this is my favorite episode so far, probably because it wasn't stressful as all hell for 30 minutes. It was just light-hearted antics. I think this is the one where I kind of felt like a lot of characters got a bit more fleshed out. Like Richie felt like a lot more like an actual person as opposed to just a ball of anger who runs around the kitchen screaming at people. And Cicero, I think, might be my favorite character now because he's just so fucking silly. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I'm looking forward to getting back to the bedlam that's going to be next week. But
if you want screaming arguments, we've got plenty of them coming for you. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm sure we have. I'm hoping
the fishes.
I'm hoping there's more rest stops like this though, where it's just nonsense for 30 minutes.
There's breather episodes, but there's worse episodes as well.
It's everybody back on your head. Break time's over.
Yeah.
There's a nasty joke, not nasty joke, but a gross joke in there. So never you fear, Jay. The chaos shall continue. The chaos of the bear. Well, kids, there you have it. We appreciate you again tuning in. Thanks for binging the show. Be sure to share this with your friends on all the social media platforms if you have them. And thanks for watching and subscribing and following on the YouTube. And be sure to stay tuned for a lot more. Again, episodes 5 through 8 coming, and then we will wrap up season 1 with a season 1 rundown. And then it's on to season 2, and then 3, and then eventually 4.
And maybe even 5 at this point.
Maybe even 5.
Yeah, we're getting a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, will it arrive before we finish 1 to 4? Quite possibly.
Well, hey, we die, and I was like, all right, keep it light.
I'm just saying, we all need to have backups or something. We need to have understudies in case one of us bites the bullet on the way there. You know what I mean? Don't worry, I got Dan. Dan knows all my stuff. He knows my lines. We'll throw him in the chair. You
haven't got a second, no.
Yeah, right? I've
just got a bag of rice with my face drawn on it. It's pretty much the same, isn't
Not a lot of difference, Joe. Can we
Yeah,
just
you
put
would-
the hoodie on him?
I might do it next week and see if anyone notices.
Just put
Make-
the hoodie on it. It'll be
Make sure
fine.
it's wearing that hoodie, otherwise we'll know it's
Just
not you.
get one of those rubber band mouths like off the old Captain America cartoons. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, you'll never know the difference.
That's great. Well, there's another reason to not miss episode 5, kids, because you'll get the 3 of us and a bag of rice.
I've
So,
got to do this now, Anna. Right, fine.
You absolutely got to do this.
We've already teased it now. It's out there. Once you put it out in the ether, you got to come through with it. Otherwise, we're over promising and under fulfilling, under delivering. We can't do that. So thanks again, kids. We appreciate you. Check us out for episode 5. So for Big Tasty, for Joe and Jay, I'm Tom. We'll see you next time, kids.